Welcome to Exploring with D-Rob. Let's go. Good morning, welcome back. Up in the red again today. Off for some more arch hunting. This time in a pretty arch heavy area. Parked at Gray's Arch Trailhead parking. I'm gonna go down, check out Gray's Arch on the way by. After that, be doing some off trailing between Gray's Arch and King's Branch. So maybe we'll get lucky and find us a new arch today. Let's go. It's the last week in February, but it's definitely feeling like a spring day today. I think it's supposed to get into the 60s later today. It's supposed to be windy and storm later on in the week, so thought I'd get out and do a little arch hunting today. Hopefully, if it storms later this week, I'll be able to get out and photograph some waterfalls. Getting down close to Grace, so see you again here in a minute. Coming down on the little section of fence here. It's a little Gray's Arch overlook. Looks down on Gray's Arch. Last time we was in this area, I think I mentioned, you'll see a little trail goes down through here in front of the fence. It takes you down to a narrow ledge, gives you another little overlook of Gray's Arch. I wouldn't recommend taking small kids or unleashed pets out through there because it is a little narrow ledge, but also a good overlook of Gray's Arch. Let's head on down that way. Anytime you come to Grace, after you come down this second little flight of stairs, step over through here to the left, you check out another little arch. Just around the corner. This is Mid-Step Arch. Coming up on Gray's Arch now. Nice little morning glow there of the arch. One of my favorite gorge arches. Let's go on up here and get a few shots. Got a few quick shots of Gray's Arch. Take one more look at it from the back side here. Now let's head on down towards King's Branch, head off trail and see if we can find some arches. I love the geology in this little rock shelter as you start down Rough Trail. Awesome color, lots of iron banding. Really cool little spot. These big rocks covered with trees and police gang banding. Always a neat feature to stop and check out on the way by, coming down Rough Trail from Gray's Arch. I think this is also going to be a good spot to head off trail today, so let's go see what we can find. For those curious as to what I'm talking about when I mean swimming through the rhodo, try to give you a little glimpse of it here. It's a real fun time, and I still gotta try to get on up there. Whew. Well, finally wrestled my way up to the cliff line. Pretty decent cliff line to start off with. That dark spot up there I was hoping was an opening. Just a little small rock shelter though. I'm gonna head back out through here, right through more rhodo, see if we can find us an arch. Came up to a pretty nice rock shelter here. Got a little conglomerate in it. And it even has a hole. A little smaller than what we're looking for though. This one here is just a window. It's a start though. One bad thing about some of these cliff lines are I came up to this rock shelter, but if you look up through this split, you can see there's another cliff line right above it with no access. So sometimes you just gotta hope you hit the right level of cliff line when you're arch hunting. Well, I thought I was working with 2 levels of cliff line. Turns out, working with 3. Right there's the edge of the cliff line here. Come out as far as I can go. I wound up being on the middle cliff line, so try to work my way back down and follow around the lower. Per usual, the lower level of cliff line's pretty sheer, but you got one of these big holes where iron deposits fell out, and I believe we got a shelf arch inside of it. See the light opening there behind it. From this distance, I'm not sure if it's 3 feet or not. We'll pin this. Maybe we can get Stephen King or somebody that climbs around like a monkey to get up in there and check it out. Well, came up to a spot where there's possible access up to the next layer of cliff line there, but probably don't come across as how steep that is from right there to right in there, and then a pretty good drop going downhill there. Being by myself, I'm not gonna attempt that. As much as I'd like to find an arch, I'd also like to not break a leg, so I think I'm gonna skip that scramble today. No arch yet. Plenty of awesome cliff line. Really nice geology through here. This big boulder here looks like it's nothing but Lisa gang banding. Worked my way down to the point at the ridge end. A couple years ago, me and Dave searched that next drainage around through there, so I've met up with a line on my map. I think we came away empty-handed that day. Looks like I'm coming away empty-handed again today. I'm gonna work my way down this little point here. Head back down towards King Branch. I'm gonna hit rough trail and work our way back up out of here. Found a few well-established campsites on my way down through here. If you're gonna do a campfire, don't be this person. Don't set your fire up against a rock like that. You can make a fire ring out here in the open. Anyway, let's head on out of here. Also, don't be the person that cuts green trees down to be a wind block either. Do better, people. Made it back to where we cut off trail earlier. I'm gonna head on up rough trail back towards Gray's Arch Parking. Today wasn't a total bust. Did find a little window, that little shelf that's possibly big enough to be an arch overhead, and couldn't get to it. And we got a new line on the map, so it wasn't a complete loss today, even though we didn't find a significant arch like we'd like to. At the rate I'm going, the past few times I've been out and videoed arch hunting, not really found anything. Apparently I'm going to have to quit videoing my arch hunts. But let's get on up out here now. One last look down on Gray's Arch from the overlook along the trail. Unless I was to come across something interesting between here and the truck, I'll see you closer to parking. Getting back closer to parking, starting to run into quite a few people. Everybody getting out enjoying this spring-like weather today. A little breeze picked up, feels pretty good. We didn't come with any significant finds today. Found a little window and a shelf arch that may or may not be 3 feet. But at least we didn't come away empty-handed, and we got to see Gray's Arch, one of my favorite arches in the gorge. This area is always a great hike, whether you're off trailing or just out enjoying the day in the gorge. You may have wondered about the title of today's video, and that would be "There's No Bad Days in the Red, just some days are better than others." Anyway, if you liked today's adventure, if you would, be sure to give me that thumbs up. It helps out the channel. If you haven't already while you're here, consider subscribing. Hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.